Hello, this is Ben Merrill with DC Digital, showcasing a multi-function timer that is an up timer, a down timer, a time of day clock, and a static number display. We've presented those functions in a different video on that product, so this is a custom iteration of that product. I'm using the same web interface as presented before, and I'll present that here. To adjust the function of the display, by typing in a particular protocol into the field, I'm able to change it into an up timer. This is a down timer. This is a static number display, and you can also show a decimal point in the middle, or you can show a colon in the middle if you prefer using the protocol to show an arbitrary number in any representation. And this is your time of day clock. And it starts from the value that you send it. So I'll send it 1:22, since that is the time currently. Okay, now the reason that I bring this particular clock up today is because it does something special. This clock is going into the television set for the television show New Amsterdam, which is a story about a hospital that is modernizing, and it makes sense that they would modernize and update to digital clocks. In this show, in this television production though, they used 24 frames per second cameras that, with the refresh rate of the display, as you can see in the video noticeably, there is a flicker. This flicker is called a moire pattern, and it's a combination of the refresh rate of the camera and the refresh rate of the display. And so what we've done to customize this particular unit for the set of New Amsterdam is to allow the crew to adjust the refresh rate by entering a serial string, a command string, into the same field on their connected device as well. I will note the other customization that we made is brought all the connections that will be made into the internal of the unit, so they can bring their own connections through the back of the unit, so that on the set there will be no exposed wires of any kind. I'm going to adjust the refresh rate and talk a little bit about it. Note the camera that I'm using right now is taking 24 frames per second. So now I've entered a frame rate of 80 hertz or 80 frames per second into the display, and you can visually see in the camera that the moire pattern is affected, and it's very noticeable. I'm going to go ahead and slow it down a little further. And you'll see I've completely eliminated the moire pattern by setting the frame rate to 60 hertz. So by setting the frame rate to 60 hertz, that is, the display is drawn 60 times a second. Each digit is drawn independently 1/4 of that time. I've eliminated the flicker, and you'll see a steady display. I'm going to go ahead and enter another value and talk about that in a moment. Okay, now I've entered a frame rate of 20 hertz, which is very noticeable both to the naked eye and then also to the camera. And this is a frame rate of 0.25, also noticeable in the camera. And this is a frame rate of 0.24. And as you can see, it does never capture the hours because it's always capturing what is drawn in the frame that is being taken. They're synchronized. So what looks best for this lighting condition and this frame rate is 60 Hertz. And that allows them to take a steady picture and to make small adjustments for their lighting condition. Thank you for staying with me through this video. Have a wonderful day.